effective agents. And it's actually way easier than everyone thinks it is. At least that's what they said. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the second post on there. This is fire, dude. What are agents? Agents can be defined in several ways. Some customers define agents as fully autonomous systems that operate independently over extended periods using various tools to accomplish complex tasks. Others use the term to describe more prescriptive implementations that follow predefined workflows. At Anthropic, we categorize all these variations as agentic systems, but draw an important architectural distinction between workflows and agents. Workflows are systems where LLMs and tools are orchestrated through predefined code paths. Agents, on the other hand, are systems where LLMs dynamically direct their own processes and tool management, maintaining control over how they accomplish tasks. Below, we will explore both types of agentic systems in detail. I'm not gonna do this, dude. I'm not about to fucking tweet that shit. Fuck that. I'll read it. When and when not to use agents. I'm gonna go ahead here and get to my notes here because fuck all that stuff. I thought that was gonna be easier. I'm just not like trying to think of a recap. No way. I don't think, dude. I just go. I don't think about it. Y'all think about it. I don't think about it, dude. I just go. When building applications with LLMs, we recommend finding the simplest solution possible and only increasing complexity when needed. This might mean not building agentic systems at all. Agentic systems often trade latency and cost for better task performance, and you should consider when this trade-off makes sense. When more complexity is warranted, workflows offer predictability and consistency for well-defined tasks, whereas agents are the better option when flexibility and model-driven decision-making are needed at scale. For many applications, however, optimizing single LLM calls with retrieval and in-context examples is usually enough. When and how to use here. I'm gonna put this as well. There, reading this. It's actually right here, so it's actually right here. So let's start here. There are many frameworks that make agentic systems easier to implement, including LangGraph from LangChain. Amazon's Bedrock, yeah, right. Rivet, a drag and drop GUI, Vellum. These frameworks make it easy to get started by simplifying standard low-level tasks like calling LLMs, defining and parsing tools, and chaining calls together. However, they often create extra layers of abstraction that can obscure the underlying prompts and responses, making them harder to debug. They can also make it tempting to add complexity when a simpler setup would suffice. We suggest that developers start by using LLM APIs directly. Many patterns can be implemented in a few lines of code. If you do use a framework, ensure you understand the underlying code. Incorrect assumptions about what's under the hood are a common source of customer error. See our cookbook. This could be good. Cookbook, dude. It's a motherfucking cookbook, dude. I got a cookbook, dude. Building blocks, workflows, and agents. In this section, we'll explore the common patterns for agentic systems we've seen in production. We'll start with our foundational building block, the augmented LLM, and progressively increase complexity from simple compositional workflows to autonomous agents. The building block, the augmented LLM, the basic building block of agentic systems is an LLM enhanced with augmentations such as retrieval tools and memory. Our current models can actively use these capabilities, generating their own search queries, selecting appropriate tools, and determining what information to retain. So into the LLM, out. So it's doing retrieval call, it's grabbing tools, it's grabbing memory. We recommend focusing on two key aspects of the implementation, tailoring these capabilities to your specific use case and ensuring they provide an easy, well-documented interface for your LLM. While there are many ways to implement these augmentations, one approach is through our recently released Model Context Protocol, which allows developers to integrate with a growing ecosystem of third-party tools with a simple client implementation. I knew there was going to be alpha here. I mean, it was just, I knew I had to read more than that homeboy's tweet. Appreciate his tweet though. You almost got me to tweet it. Which allows developers to integrate with a growing ecosystem of third-party tools with a simple client implementation. Steps to implement. I mean, I don't know if it's even something that we want to implement, but it's something to know. It's definitely something to know. For the remainder of this post, we'll assume each LLM call has access to these augmented capabilities, workflow, prompt chaining. Prompt chaining decomposes a task